What's up? My name is DJ K Rich. In the community, I do a lot of obviously DJ work, but on top of that, do a lot of advocacy for all types of different organizations, different causes, from community service, activism, obviously. And on top of that, I love bringing people together through music and using my network and my platform to get the word out on important messages that I feel are near and dear to not just my heart, but at the end of the day, I'm a person of the people. So, I use my network and platform to amplify the voices of those around me. I personally believe it all starts with conversation. I do believe too that, ever since I was little, a lot of my friends, a lot of my peers, a lot of my colleagues, we've all been told to, kind of walk it off or, kind of not speak on certain things or, hey, you have a different life because you're Black. So you have to work twice as hard as the next person, three times as hard as the next person, just to be considered equal. So you better not complain. You better just keep your mouth shut and continue on the path and just bust your butt in order to get to a good position in life. So I think that kind of started it as from my perspective, I think that's what started it. And, as time went on, I started to realize that, I developed a lot of built up frustration, anger, sadness, disappointment, so on and so forth, and began to question why so many times, to the point where I got so frustrated where I didn't realize that, hey, this isn't okay, and I think that just stems from, passing that down from generation to generation. But I do think that having the conversation is important. Growing up, I wasn't able to have that conversation. I didn't feel comfortable having that conversation with others. And now I feel that the times are changing where there are a lot of leaders, a lot of individuals having the conversation, having the voice to say, hey, you know what? No, like, it's not okay to have this different trauma or these different things that have taken place in life and just not talk about it or, pacify it or sweep it under the rug. So I think that it all starts with having conversation. And the conversation is happening, I feel, more now than before. And I think it is important to develop a group of individuals that you feel comfortable in having conversations with, because believe it or not, those same situations that you've been through, the same situations that you may have experienced at work or at school or wherever, there's someone there in your group that's like, hey, I experienced that too. And then being able to have that conversation, you realize it's actually a normal thing to have certain experiences, but it's not okay and it's not normal to just pacify that and not talk about it, because it can build up and fester into something else. Mental health, mental awareness. All of that falls in line with music and my personal field of expertise. I love bringing people together through music. I love people being able to disconnect from all the things that we have to deal with in life, to be able to have fun, have a good time, even if it's for an hour or two or even 30 minutes or whatever the case is. So I use music to uplift the people. And through music, I was able to see and understand that it goes beyond just the music aspect. Being able to hold different types of events where people can be able to get away, unplug, be able to connect with different individuals is something I'm very, very, very forward thinking on, such as, these different events for community service, right? I do a lot of community service with, the street families that we have out here. And there's times where people come out because they just need to unplug from the traumas and the things that they're dealing with in their life. And they're able to come out and meet some of the street families and be able to help, serve water bottles, food, coat drives, things like that. And it really puts things in perspective. It makes you appreciate certain things, and at the same time, it makes you realize, like, man, like, things could be worse, but at the same time, like, there's individuals out here that I can have conversations with. So I definitely feel strong about, using music as the avenue to have people, disconnect and be able to, have a lot of fun. At the same time, music is the soundtrack for a lot of things, right? We take it into the sports field. I played football at Fresno State, and, something that I didn't realize until after I played was that, sporting in general, sports is phenomenal. And I think that, you know, in Black households, we tend to look at sports in a competitive nature because we're all competitive, but we lose track of that sporting as a form of exercise. And exercise is a huge component of being able to get your mental health together and mental wellness. And I feel like we kind of lose that with the sports, because what happens, at least what I've noticed, is football, basketball, primary sports, baseball, track, whatever you want to call it, we tend to get so involved in the competitive side and wanting to be better than this person, better than that person. We completely lose the fact that we're supposed to be exercising. We don't take exercising as serious as we should. And then we have those issues within the Black community, from obviously, the high diabetes, the high blood pressure, so on and so forth, the obesity. And I think that that stems from that as well. So with my line of work, with the music stuff, I've kind of turned a new leaf, where obviously I'm doing the DJ stuff as well, but I am doing a whole, I've been on this whole fitness journey myself, over some medical things that happened to me in 2020. And I've changed my whole entire lifestyle, right? And I'm putting the exercising first. And with that, I was able to reach out to a lot more people that wanted to get their lives back on track, or get or make exercising part of their lifestyle. And it's amazing to see the different individuals that I'm impacting through the exercise lifestyle, as well as the music lifestyle. But none of it would have been possible without the music and being able to have that avenue to connect with people. And then it opened doors for other opportunities and other things, such as changing the generational the generational curses, we can say, of just sports is strictly for football, basketball, track, and changing that mentality of like, hey, like, it's okay to, hey, let's just go run. Why are we running? Just because, like, it's okay. Like, just let's go run. Like, let's go get this exercise in. Let's jump rope. Let's do these things. Let's go on a hike. Jumping rope, believe it or not, is something that I've learned to love over the past couple of years. Love jumping rope. Like, it's definitely a mental focus thing, but I feel it's good exercise for my mental as well. But jumping rope, great activity. Hiking, love hiking. I'm the guy that got a little hiking app. I think it's called the All Trails app. And I'm on there constantly, whatever city I go to. If I have to go DJ in a different city or whatever the event is, I'm looking on that app, like, all right, where's the nearest trail? And I go hop on a a cool little hike. I love getting on a bicycle. I got a bicycle. These different forms of exercising that are different, that helps me be able to, unplug. Also, obviously, DJ, and there's nothing like, just DJing in my room where I got my start. That's been one of the things that's been very therapeutic for me as well, is being able to just vibe out to some music, vibe out to some jams.